Upside Time. Ed and Jeff joining us now from, it looks like, the waterfront. Tell us what's going on, guys.
Well, we are right at Ogden Point here, right in front of the pilot boats here, and we are pleased to have our friends Mike Davis and Simon Houston, who are very high-skilled people.
Yeah, they are.
They are.
What are they doing on this show?
Yeah, we're not skilled. I can't even run a skill saw, let alone have any high skills.
I did once.
Yeah,
but
that's right, too.
So, yeah, we're at the breakwater, and if you've walked the breakwater, you've seen the pilot boats, I'm sure, as you've walked up and down, and these are two of the pilots, BC Coast pilots, and I had the pleasure of heading out with Simon and Mike this morning. Steve was our captain, and we went out and dropped off a couple of pilots and picked up a couple of pilots.
Yeah, so we're going to go to that now? Or are we going to?
Why not?
Was that?
Should we go to that now, Simon?
I think we should go to that now.
Okay, all right. So this is what we did this morning. These are the golden tones of Mike Davis.
So today we were leaving Ogden Point on the pilot boat, and we're heading out to the Victor Hotel Buoy, which is the designated pilot station for southern British Columbia, off Victoria's Broachy Ledge, right here off the breakwater. And we're heading out to the Epiphania, which is a inbound bulker for English Bay Anchorage 11, and I'll get a feel for the weather conditions and local traffic. And as approaching the ship, we're looking to make sure that the ladder is safe and adheres to international standards, and that the crew is ready with a heaving line for my equipment. The backpack contains all of our extraneous equipment, such as our PPU and everything. As I make my way across the deck and up to the bridge of the ship, I have a good look around, and that usually tells me what kind of a job I'm going to have for the day. Immediately upon entering the bridge, I'll introduce myself to the captain and immediately verify the ship's position and speed. Then we'll go over a quick question and answer with the captain that ensures that the vessel is safe and ready for our trip to Vancouver. This will cover basics like the anchors are ready and engine is ready for operation, and that the crew understands English and any of the dangers or challenges we may face along the way. At the end of the day, our job as BC Coast pilots is to make sure that these ships move safely and efficiently.
Mike's got the pipes, doesn't he?
I just hear your new Upside hosts. It's Mike and Simon.
It's the Mike and Simon show.
We're out of here.
Simon, why do we need pilots?
Well, we need pilots to keep the coast of British Columbia safe. Every one of these ships that come in has a foreign crew, a foreign captain that are absolute experts in their ship. But when they come to Canada and they come to British Columbia, they have us on board because we know the local waters. We know how to work with the tugs. We know where the rocks are, and more importantly, we know where the rocks are not.
Right, yeah, 100%. And then, Mike, so today we dropped off a couple of pilots. They're taking ships into Vancouver, and just speak to that quickly.
Well, that's a big part of our job, is taking ships that come in from overseas and they're making their way into either a berth or an anchorage here in Vancouver or in the Gulf Islands or wherever else they're going. So it's a big part of our job. We're experts in handling the ships and experts in we have the knowledge of where they're going to go and how they're going to get there.
And you look fantastic.
You look terrific. I mean, yeah, these guys, they're climbing the ladders in these suits. So I think a lot of people have seen these pilot boats from the breakwater over the years, always maybe wondered what they do, and we're going to find out all about that tonight.
We're going right out there.
We're heading out there.
We're heading out there, Stace, and we're going to get onto a big ship live coming up on the upside.
All right, I can't wait. I love it, guys. Thanks. We'll see you in a couple minutes. Amazing. All right, speaking of amazing, it's always amazing to be out on the water on the west coast, the south coast of Vancouver Island in this case, Ed, on one of the iconic pilot boats that we see so often from the shore.
Yeah, you know, we're very lucky on the upside. We get to do a lot of interesting things, and we know you're going to find this interesting tonight because the pilot boat, the whole marine industry is what we're learning about here tonight. This is Captain Steve McConnell. We are on board the pilot boat, and we are headed toward a freighter that is sitting right there. So we're en route to that, Steve. And tell us, just take us through what it is you're doing here now.
Okay, well, I'm approaching this ship, the Jag Parachi, to take two pilots off, and we're on board the Pacific pilotage vessel, Pacific Guardian. And what we'll do is we'll work our way towards the ship, and we'll get into the lee of the ship, and we'll have the pilots come down, and you'll be able to see them come down the ladder to come onto the deck of the pilot boat.
And you know that ladder is really just a straight, flat, right up against the wall ladder for the most part, is it not?
In this case, it's actually a combination ladder. There's a pilot ladder, and there's also an accommodation ladder because of the height, the freeboard of the ship. So we need both to get the correct angle of approach for the pilots to come down.
Now, luckily tonight we're in fairly good conditions here, but you do this job and have done this job for how many years?
Well, I started in 2008, and you know, it's a 24-hour-a-day shift boat, so we work 12-hour shifts year-round. So you do see the odd little bit of weather. I mean, you know this, you're the weatherman, right?
Yeah, well,
I mean, I blame you for some of it. So.
I'll take a number on that one, Steve.
Yeah, most of it, really.
Yeah, for sure. Well, some of the conditions must be brutal to make these operations work, but thankfully you're highly skilled and you do that, and you are a member under the umbrella of the Pacific
Pilotage Authority.
Pilotage Authority. I've been struggling with that all night.
Yes.
Trying to read Louise's hat.
A
there.
proud member of the
Yeah.
Pacific Pilotage Authority.
This is not a government operation, too. We should make a note of that.
No, we're a Crown corporation and it's self-funding. The ships pay for the service. There's no cost to the taxpayers of Canada. So, yeah.
Steve, very interesting. Thanks for letting me bother you here up front. And
You're not bothering me at all.
Not yet.
Yeah, but a time will come.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure. We're on till 7, Steve. Take it easy.
Oh,
Yeah, really good luck.
you never mentioned that.
All right, we're getting close, so we're going to get to the weather here first off, and by the time we get done that, we should be seeing what we've been talking about here on board the pilot boat. So let's go to the Futurecast. First off, we want to talk about not much going on. Boy, there is not much going on in the Futurecast. It is high pressure in charge again, and that is pretty much it. We're going to see temperatures ranging anywhere sort of between 22 and 25 now as we start to get the warm-up going. Temperatures climbing to about 28 by Tuesday of next week. So back to clear sunny conditions, with the exception maybe of the North Island. I might see the odd sprinkle here and there, but really everybody's in pretty solid shape. Let's go to the north here first off and take a look at the next 24 hours. So we're down to 10 degrees under a cloudy sky tonight. Northwest wind picking up there 20 to 40 both tonight. Again,
some things just make you smile. For your daily LOL Mama, tune in to Chek News at 6.
I love code.
For Smile of the Day, brought to you by Dr. Ross Crapo and Associates.
You don't have to wait any longer. Call and get in today.
Smile of the Day on Chek News.
Jack and Victoria here, and Sonia Clayton turning 94. Sonia is out in Esquimalt, and a birthday and a big birthday here for Weavone Cameron, turning 102 over there in Coquitlam. So congratulations to everybody on behalf of Country Grocer and, of course, your friends at Chek, and, of course, your friends here on board the pilot boat here as we approach the barge here now. We're getting closer and closer. We can see that is one scary looking ladder there, Steve. I don't think I'd be much
want to climb that, Ed?
I don't know.
I thought that's what you were going to do.
No, I'm pretty good at falling down ladders,
okay, yeah,
particularly
I
the corporate
that.
ladder. Yeah, but that one would not be my cup of tea at all. But that's the challenge at hand here.
Sorry, say again?
That is the challenge at hand, is to get your pilots down off that and safely on board
We've got
here.
two pilots on this ship. They'll be coming down one at a time. You can see on the foredeck, my crewman, Ernie, will be assisting the pilots as they come down the ladder.
All right,
So
well,
it's not totally on their own. They do have, a lifeguard.
absolutely. Well, unfortunately, we are just out of time here. We'll hope to have been able to see that, but it's we're running against the clock, so we'll have to check out here for now. But more to come as we carry on here. The upside is on the way. Jeff's standing by with some more guests and some more knowledge. And I think by then we probably will see the departure of the pilots from that barge at that point, Stacy.
All right, amazing. I can't wait to see it. Thanks so much. Don't go away. The upside's coming up next. Stay tuned.